welcome to another video here at FiscalVoyage. My name is Felix, and today I'm going to do a different kind of video. We're going to do a quick video because I saw some news about Moderna. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is a company that's in the race to create the vaccine for the virus. The company has tremendous growth for the past year to date, and even the last 6 months. I've seen 200%, 300% growth of price. So it's tremendous. So let's look at some of my thoughts and some things that I found about this company. But before we start, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, smash that like button for me, please. All right, so let's look at Moderna. As you can see here, for a 1 year period, all the way from August 1st until now, the company has seen an amazing growth, 512% growth in this 1 year period. And if we look at the year to date, the company grew almost 300% year to date, and the last 6 months 282% growth from the last 6 months. So it's been Moderna seen tremendous growth, of course, because of the COVID and the vaccine situation. But let's determine if this growth is going to continue in the foreseeable future. But I want you first to note that a lot of the executives have been selling their shares of Moderna during this time period. If you look here, the CEO has a few sell trades during July. So that's something to consider, because he sold here. This last trade was on the 29th. He sold 1.5 million worth of shares, almost 800,000 worth of share, 1.5 million worth of share, 1.5 million, 1.5 million. So he's been selling shares at this time period, and I think it's because of collecting profit. Obviously because of this tremendous growth. He still owns a whole bunch of shares, over 24 million of shares. But it begs the question, why sell if the company is going to continue to grow, right? Why sell any of these shares? Because 19,000 worth of shares could be 2 million or 3 million worth of value. So that's something to consider. The CEO, other executive has been selling as well. So Moderna reported earnings on May 7th. This was Q1 earnings. And their next earning release is going to probably be sometime later this week. Their last year earnings report for Q2 was on August 7th. So I expect sometime this week earnings to be released. In the meantime, let's look at their first quarter 2020 financial results, which was announced earlier this year. So during this report, you can see here progress on novel coronavirus vaccine, FDA clearance to proceed with phase 2 study. So that's good news. So that's definitely helped drive the price, because reaching phase 2 is great progress for the vaccine. And you can see here as well, phase 3 is expected to begin early summer 2020. And then if you look here in Business Insider, I see a report that was released 2 hours ago. And you can see here more than, where is it? So in this report, you can see here more than 100 vaccines are being developed around the world, but only 4 from Moderna, AstraZeneca, Sinovac, and Pfizer have entered phase 3 mass human trials, according to the World Health Organization. This is very important because if Moderna basically wins the race, getting over the phase 3 and getting to human trials and actually to the market, the stock price would definitely jump up with that. But that's all speculation, because as you can see here, it's 100 vaccines from other companies developing around the world, and there's currently 4 in the phase 3. And then Russia here says it claims that vaccine will be the first to hit the market and administer it to the population. But the WHO currently recognized 2 Russian vaccine trials, but says they are both in phase 2. So the Russian claim is still behind these 4 companies with a phase 3. So this brings a lot like the space race. You can see here Russia appears to see global race for coronavirus vaccine as a competition with the U.S., with the head of Russian Direct Investment Fund, which financed domestic vaccine projects, linking into the space race between U.S. and Soviet Union during the Cold War. So that's very interesting to see. It's kind of like that space race where who's the first to come out with the vaccine. Mr. Vitali, head of the molecular technology department at Moscow, said, but it's impossible to have it properly tested, hence it will be premature to say that mass vaccination will be launched in July. This cannot be tested in a few weeks or even months. It is impossible to complete this colossal amount of work in 4 months. Some things simply cannot be sped up. So that's, in reference to their vaccine. So my question is, is the stock price from Moderna relevant, and is it worth it? Is the company going to grow future? It's going to have that same 100 to 200% growth rate. So let's take a look at that. Let's look at the first quarter reporting. As you can see here, the company had total revenue of $8,389,000 versus $16 million in March 31st, 2019. So total revenue is basically cut in half. And even though the revenue was cut in half, the price jumped tremendously, as you saw earlier. And if we look at the balance sheet for Moderna, the cash equivalent has increased substantially from first quarter of 2019, as well as total asset over 500 million increase in total asset. The liability numbers is great versus asset. As you can see here, the ratio for current asset is they have a current asset or current ratio of 4.8, which is really great. You like to see a 1.5 or higher. So the asset level is great. If you look at the debt to equity ratio of 4.2667 divided by equity 1.640874, we get a debt to equity ratio of only 0.26, which is outstanding. So the company likelihood of bankruptcy or not be able to cover their liability is very low. So that's very positive there. So their balance sheet is amazing. It looks really good. Now let's look at the fast graph for Moderna. As you can see here, say if you were lucky to buy it at $15 here, you can see you had basically almost over 500% annual rate of return, or 389% total rate of return. So that's amazing in such a short period, basically almost a year. You could have grown your money almost 4 times. But something to take a note, the company hasn't made a profit, and they actually expected to make a profit sometime in the end of 2021. And again, you can see here the valuation looks very high in the sense of the earnings. But you can see here, analysts are expecting huge earnings growth of 233%, 59% for 2022. So if we apply a reasonable payout ratio or earnings PE ratio of 45, you can see here that the company may be undervalued based on that. But again, this is all speculation, because who really knows if they're going to make this much? What happened if one of the other 3 companies or Russia beats them to the race of the vaccine? And then, then this could drop like a rock, really. So it's all speculation, because, again, this company is competing with 3 other major companies for the launch of the vaccine, as well as Russia, who claims to be able to be the first one to mass produce it and market it as well. So it's a lot of things going on, and because of that, that's why I think this is very speculative right now. So make sure you do your own research on this company, because it could, if one of those other companies comes up first with the vaccine, this company could drop like a rock, really, and you could lose your money very quickly, as fast as someone just gained it as well. So I think that's why, as we saw, some insiders were, the CEO and other executives were selling shares, getting profit, taking away profits, and which is understandable, because you really don't know what's going to happen in the next year, with this company as well as the other three in Russia, because like I said, it's all speculative right now. And if you feel like the company is gonna be the first one, let me know in the comments what you think. Are you investing in this one or another pharmaceutical company with the vaccine? So let me know which one you think is going to win the race. So there you go. There's a quick little analyze of Moderna. Let me know what you think of the company. What company are you speculating right now that's going to win this vaccine race? And let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.